Good morning. It's Friday the 13th, my favorite time. Today I'm actually wearing my Disco Triathlon shirt too from 2019. I wish it was 2019, but it is 2020. But hey, we only have like 6 weeks to go, right? So today our topic is Google My Business optimization tips for 2021. This is being brought to you by Cash Data Consulting LLC. We are a search marketing company. My name is Kashif Mughal. So let's jump right into this. In case you're wondering, what is Google My Business and why do I even care about this, Cash? Well, Google My Business, or commonly known as GMB, is a one-page free listing from Google. Yes, I did say free. Besides search engine optimization and organic ranking, I feel like you should really consider this to be your second most important thing that any business needs to do to improve their online visibility. Okay. Today, we are actually going to basically show you a few tips and tricks to improve your GMB listing. So, I have to pick on Google a little bit here. So, GMB is also the artist formerly known as Prince. Oops, I made a mistake. Actually, it was known as Google Places, and then they changed it to Google Local. It's also referred to as Google Listing. Some people call it Google Maps. So there's lots of confusion on this particular product from Google, but the official name again is Google My Business or GMB. Okay. Um, Now, as far as how do you even know if you have a listing, right? I mean, you may not have claimed it. What Google normally does is they go ahead and create, they find business names from a lot of sources, okay, and they will go ahead and create a listing even if you never claimed it. So what does that even mean? Let me go here and actually show you. So I'm logged into Google. If I simply search for cache data, I'm just being lazy here. If you see your listing, I see my listing over here, Cash Data Consultant LLC. It's pulling up. If you do not see your business name, that probably means that you don't have the listing, okay? Which also means that you should get off the chair and go create the listing today. Now, what are some of the other ways to get to this? And I'll show you these one by one. You can log into Gmail and look at the cube on the right corner. You can literally Google My Business, or my favorite is this one, which is business.google.com. That's probably the shortest and the quickest way to get there. But let me just show you these one by one. So I'm logged into my Gmail account, right? And if I go up here and if I go to this little cube on the top, okay, it pulls up basically everything that I'm subscribed to in Google, and I scroll down, and right here in the middle you'll see an option that says my business. Okay, so when you click on that, it should take you there, but you may not log in. I mean, you may not find it. Sometimes it's confusing. So the other thing you can also do obviously is you can go to Google and then just type in Google My Business. Okay, when you do that, it should also take you there. So this one is actually saying google.com/business, or like I said, my favorite is actually literally you just type in, business.google.com, right? Again, business.google.com. When you do that, you hit enter. You have to be logged into your Google account, by the way. Well, it may ask you to do that. And so our interface, this is considered the dashboard, okay? And you can look at all. You can basically, if you had multiple accounts, which we do, we can go in here and just make the changes right from one spot. But you may log in and then you may not see any of this. Obviously, you will not see any of this, and you will just click on where it says add location. Okay, you can do a single location, you can import location. So this is how and I'm not going to go through this, but basically, and there's lots of help on this, by the way. So if you go to their website and look at the blog, or even YouTube has a lot of information on it, this is where you would want to start. Okay, it doesn't take that long, but it's really, I feel like this should be something that should be very high on your priority list. Okay, so I'm just going to some of the listings. Our main listing is right here. So this is the one we will come back to in a bit. Okay. And then we, like I said, we manage some of our clients. So we will also be looking at this, like this is one of our photography clients that we work with in Dallas. And so, we have been optimizing their website. We're working on some of the Google ads and things like that. So I will mention this when we get to the tips. Okay. I just wanted to show you how to get there. And like I just said, we will focus on some of these listings. One of them is a plastic surgeon, the other one's a professional photographer, and then we have two listings, one in Dallas, and then and then the other one is in Atlanta. Okay, so let's talk about the 5 tips. Okay, so number one, I would say is that you want to make sure the basic info about your business is correct. What does that mean? Well, it's called NAP, name, address, and place, I believe, or phone actually. So that means your name and your contact information needs to be correct. Okay. Maybe your business moved. Maybe you changed names. Maybe you got a different website, which is, by the way, not a good idea. That's not a good idea for SEO to change your website because the age of the website is also a ranking factor. But anyway, make sure your address is correct, the phone number is correct, your website and background information is correct. So we're going to look at that in a minute. Okay. But let me just kind of go through these. Number two is you really need to upload high quality photos and videos to your Google My Business listing. I am amazed that how many clients we work with or students that I help with this stuff at one of the local colleges, they don't have any pictures. Remember the expression, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Number three, you should be doing at a minimal, do a post once a month. Cash what? We can post? Yes, you can do a sort of like a blog post on your Google My Business, right? I don't know if you knew that or not, but we will show you how to do that. Number four, which is probably, I would say, probably the most important thing, I would say, besides your confirming your information, is to encourage your clients, even the bad ones. That's a joke, not the bad ones, to leave reviews, and you should respond to them. Um, just even if it's a bad one, hey, I'm sorry, the service was not up to your standards. What can we do to earn your business and make things right? There's no point in getting defensive online. Guess what? Everybody's going to see that, including your future potential clients. So it's not necessary. And then finally, you should be reviewing the insights. These would be the search terms and the queries that people are running. How are they finding you? You should look at that. Maybe if it's a query that you're popping up for, maybe you should write a blog post or even create a static page on that. Okay, and then so that's the last one is looking at the insights. Okay, so those are some of the tips. Let me just I want to spend really the rest of the time looking at these listings. So let's start with one of our clients. Okay, April Barnes Photography. It's a local client in Dallas. One of the first things we did with this listing is we added the categories. So these are the categories. You can simply, and by the way, how did I get to this? If I go to home, maybe I didn't show you that. So if you go to your listing, you want to go down to where it says info. Okay, you want to go to info, and so one of the first things you want to do is obviously your name is correct, but then you want to add as many categories as you can, and they allow you. I don't think there's a limit to that. Obviously, it has to be something that you work with and you are tied to that. Okay. The next thing I want to say is the service area, right? This particular location is in Garland, so you want to make sure, which is just not south of here. You want to make sure all of that information is there. Okay. And then obviously your website, your services that you provide. Okay. And then I feel like this is one of the most important areas, right? Here and it says April Barnes Photography offers the highest quality photographs and portraits in Dallas. You want to be using your keywords, right? If I click on edit, I'm just making sure, not trying not to change anything. But look at this. Google is giving you down here 750 characters, right? Why not maximize that, right? So you definitely want to be doing that. Let me go back to my listings, and if I can show you the other one in here. Let me pull up another listing. So this is a plastic surgeon, Dr. Williams in Louisiana. And so we also helped them with their listing. So again, if I go back to info, right, you just want to make sure. You want to make sure that, again, they have multiple categories. They are servicing Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Alexandria, right? Make sure the hours are correct, the contact information, what do they do, anything you can add in here, right? And again, once again, you want to go into the info. This one is not utilizing as much of the space as available, but again, you want to say, plastic surgeon, cosmetic surgeon, maybe they're an expert on liposuction or facelift or whatever service that you're providing or whatever product you're selling, you really need to be putting that in there, right? In this situation, he's board certified. Okay, mention that. I mean, if I was getting a facelift, which I don't really need, I would want to go to a board certified physician. Okay, so very important to work on that. So that was number one. Number two, we're going to actually do this for our listing. So let me go back to our listings. I just want to make sure I don't save anything by accident. So, so here, Cash LLC Atlanta SEO, right? This is one of our listings. We are going to, and want to make sure everything is correct here, but I'm going to scroll down on the left here and select photos, right? And then I want to click on this button here and then say, by the way, here you can do a lot of things. You can say by owner, by customer. You may want to show videos, especially if you're on YouTube, interior videos, interior photography, exterior photography. Okay, but I'm going to simply click on plus here, right? And I'm just gonna make this a little bit quick because we're making a video here. But so one of the things you really need to do with these pictures is you need to name your pictures in line with SEO, right? So here you go. Here's a infographic that we did that talks about SEO. What did I call this picture? How to rank on Google in Atlanta. Guess what? Somebody's going to search for that, right? Then another one is, this is a charity event that we did last year, I believe. So Atlanta-SEO company charity event, right? I help clients with analytics. Again, you can tell that all of these images are in line with our target area. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm just trying to do this one shot. So I'm going to copy all of these, right? Which is Control A. I'm going to move them. See how I did that? So I'm copying from my machine straight into my Google listing. I want to make sure I'm in the right place. I'm not uploading to a client. So here you go, right? We just added those pictures, right? And you can certainly, you can even go back into one of the pictures, and I think you could probably add some more information or whatnot. That's a high quality picture, right? That's me getting ready for the event. So definitely do that, okay? And people are gonna find you. And there are some other pictures that we're looking at, okay? So let me go back. The other thing I wanted to do here is, at a minimum, you should be posting once a month on your listing, okay? So maybe what I can do is I can go to my other listing, and let me just go to, so this is the one in Plano, and you can see that I had uploaded that image back in 2019. So here what I'm going to do is, these are your posts, and real quickly you can do specials, you can do events, maybe you have a grand opening, you can add your products, product information. Wonderful COVID is going on, you can do that update too. I hope there's no COVID 2021, so I'm kind of tired of it, like all of us are. But here you go. So what did I do? Let me just show you this. I clicked on this little button on the right, okay? This is going to be, I'm actually going to be recycling one of our blogs, so I'm just going to say what's new, right? You can add a picture if you want. Maybe I can add a picture. Let's just go back to that. Even though that picture is for a different listing, what I can do is I can click here and I can browse to that folder, right? And then I'm going to say, yeah, we're a sponsor at one of the local events here, so I'm just going to add that one, right? And by the way, you can categorize your photos too. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to, I like this. They give you a lot of space for writing your post, but I'm going to switch here. So this is a post that we did on actually images, on how to optimize images for SEO, because this is an ongoing challenge with photographers, especially, is that, you want to show a high quality image, right? But you don't want your website or blog to sit there forever because it has to be faster, right? So we kind of, one of my associates actually wrote this, Tina did this, but let me just copy this. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to put this in here, right? Hopefully everything came in. I'm going to, what should I say here? I guess learn more maybe. Yeah, learn more sounds like a plan. And then I'm going to, I can send them to this blog. So this is the blog that we wrote a couple days ago, but I think I can just send them to my homepage. Okay. So, so here, I go here and I do this one, right? You want to make sure the URL is correct. I think everything else looks good. We added the photo, we added the post, learn more, and then you can do a preview if you want, but I'm confident, so I'm just going to, whoa, I guess looks like we it is no longer than 1500. I don't think we should have that much information, I guess. All right, so you get the idea. I can trim it later, but this is what you can do. Let me just do this instead then. Let me see if the first few lines will get in there. I got a little carried away with the length. That happens. Okay, let me just try this instead. And let me try to publish that. All right, that looks like it took it, right? So I just posted it. Apology on that. I didn't realize it was a limit on that. By the way, one thing I forgot to mention is that this is a nice little post that they did for, these are considered best practices for Google My Business Photos by Brandify. Okay, this was written last year. Very good article. They kind of go into this, what are the best practices, exterior photos and whatnot. And they even tell you, I like this section because they talk about, what are the best formats, how big should be the image be, and things like that. Okay, so keep that in mind. Our post is done. Let me go back. Oops, let me go back to this one. So this is very important. I feel like this should really be highlighted in red. Once you have the listing, you have to reach out to your clients. I mean, some clients will just naturally leave a review, but guess what? Some people want to leave a review, but then life happens, right? As you already know. So here, let me go back to our listing. Okay, I'm going to close this one, go down to reviews on the left. Where is this one? Right here. So if I go to the reviews, so 8 weeks ago, one of our clients, Tracy, she said, I'm pleased and very engagement with Cash Data Consulting, comprehensive overview of SEO, Google Ads, social media marketing. I mean, that's a great review, right? So the least I can do is respond to her. So I already wrote this. So I'm just gonna copy paste. Hopefully there are no spelling mistakes, which is always a challenge for me. Thank you so much for the kind words. Project on Google Ads is going well. Hope you have a blockbuster photography business this holiday season. Short and sweet, just like me. There you go, right? I responded to this one. This one I'm missing, so I can come back and do this one. You definitely want to encourage your customers, right? And if they can't find you, just tell them like, hey, go to, walk them through this. Go to maps.google.com, right? Or use on their app. On the app, it should work too. Search for me. I mean, if you search for even Plano SEO, in fact, let me just try this. I should rank fairly high for that term. Yeah, I'm like number one. Number one's good. Number one, numero uno, right? Tell them to go to that listing, right? And then leave a review, okay? Okay, so that's moving on. I think my machine's gonna die here any minute here because I feel like it's getting challenged. But let me do this. So the last thing is, review the insights, rinse and repeat, okay? What do I mean by that? So if I go back to my listing and then I go down to insights right there. Okay. And so the last month, and I'm going to change this to, they changed this actually, I think last year. So in the last month, I mean, last 3 months, right? I've had 1,100 searches just on this one listing. I mean, how cool is that, right? And then you can go further down and you can change this and you can say, okay, well, what are people searching for? Okay, so I had 150 users that typed in SEO and I popped up for that. Cash, we like cash, cash is king. Plano SEO, the one I just showed you, right? So these are very powerful, powerful ways that you can grow your business. Okay, so definitely, get on the listing, try to get your listing going. And here's another. It tells you basically again what was the breakdown. So I popped up on searches 800 times. On maps, I popped up 500 times. Okay, I believe that is all I have. At the end, just our super duper digital marketing teams in Atlanta and Dallas can help you. Please, if you found this video helpful, like it, subscribe to our channel, connect with us. This is our contact information. Um, and then have a happy holiday season, and we'll see you in 2021. Good day. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found this useful. Please go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you could like that video, that would be great. For additional information, you are welcome to connect with us through all of these avenues. We have our website, so that's datatechnologyllc.com. I can show you this right here. So this is our company. We're based in Dallas, Texas. You are also welcome to visit our social media pages. So we're on facebook.com/Dallas SEO by Cash. And also on Twitter, which is the same one. So let me show you that. Here we try to definitely post on a regular basis, and there's lots of ideas and whatnot related to digital marketing. And same thing here on Twitter. So it's twitter.com/Dallas SEO by Cash. Definitely engage with us, jump into the conversation, and that would be great. And finally, there's two more things. We are on LinkedIn, so this is our URL for that, and definitely on YouTube. So it's youtube.com/Buckle. And so let me just show you that. So LinkedIn is right here, by the way. And then YouTube, we have more than 200 videos. So definitely, I would think you would find the channel quite useful. Other than that, once again, I appreciate watching the video, and you have a good day.